Have you ever wondered how people interpret a sketch? Have you looked at one and thought, I really want to do that, but I'm not sure how to attack it? Well, hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and I'm playing along with the Whole Kit and Caboodle, and this is my sketch, and this is how I've interpreted it my way. So today, as I said, we're playing along with the Whole Kit and Caboodle. Thanks, Ginger, from Ginger's Corner. She's created this wonderful hop for the month of May. So this is my page kit that I prepared earlier this month, and I'll put a link up here just for you if you haven't seen it and you want to see how I pulled the kits together. So I'm going to interpret that sketch, as you saw at the beginning, to create a layout that is going to capture a memory for my daughter. So I am just deciding on what colours or what order the papers are going to go, and as always, you know, I like a frame around my layout, so I have trimmed that blue down to a 1-inch frame, and I'm just going to build up the layout. Now I did cut out a circle and I made it too small, as you can see there in the wood grain, so I had to change it out, and there, that one, it was too small, so I had to go to the wood grain one. And now I'm going to use this piece of paper here with the hessian on it to go as a middle panel down the centre. So I am patching this together, and I also have made a little bit of a change in the fact that my top panel is a little bit shorter than what I intended at first, but that's only because of the paper that I've chosen to use. I really wanted to maximise this floral at the bottom, so I just reversed the amount or the width of the papers. But that's okay, there's still the same concept there, and that's the whole idea about sketches, is that they are just a starting point. I then am using the back of that paper, the B side, and that's going to be underneath that hessian strip down the centre. So surprise, surprise, I ran out of tape, so I've had to rely on this this roll of tape, which I am not very good at using, and I also don't particularly like to use, but I had no choice. So I'm just trimming off 1/4 inch just to make sure that I leave a little bit of that blue frame showing, and I'm just lining up my papers accordingly so that I am building up the page from the bottom up. Now I like A and B side papers. They allow for this flexibility, and they allow for the difference in what you get on your layout. And many patterns are always my option if possible. I like it. I'm a texture person, and I like to see it and I like to feel it, and that's how I am driven with my layouts. Now I do have a little tiny gap there, so I am going to carefully cut this branding strip down the centre, and I am going to use it as a joining point across my layout. So I'm using the Nouveau Deluxe glue down the centre there just to hold this in place, and as you can see, because of the groove, I have to actually add a bit more just to make sure that it holds and doesn't move from the join. Now that's a finishing point that I like. Sometimes I'll do faux stitching, but this has allowed me to get that finishing point across there. So I'm happy with that design now. It looks really pretty. And now I can put in my elements. Now I'm umming and ahhing whether I'm going to use the softer side or the darker side of the wood, and I think I'm going to go with the darker side just because I pulled in that frame from the extra elements from the kit. If you watch the formation of my kit, you'll know that I kept some elements to the side which were going to be used for fussy cutting, and this frame was on one of the sheets that I fussy cut out. So I'm just trimming down a square here to 3 by 3, and then the blue is in the 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and that's going to be a feature point up to the top, and that's going to be an anchor, and you'll see that when the layout comes together. Now before I move any further on with this layout, I just want to check the placing of where my photos are going to fit. Now in my design on my layout, there is blank there. People who have already played with this sketch have used it as a journaling point. They've used it as another feature or another pattern. I'm using it as another photo. So that's showing how in any sketch you can interpret it to be whatever it is that you need your layout to do for you. So in mine, I'm using it as a 2-photo layout. Now I got that title from one of those cutouts that I left, and I'm just using some Tim Holtz spritz here, and this one is the vintage photo, and I just like it because it just blends in nicely with the background, but it just gives that mixed media blend which I had on my sketch across the spray on the diagonal. Now I've also got these tickets which were on the cut apart sheet, which I put to the side, and I'm going to use those for layering up behind my photo that you will see on the sketch where I have that in the top right hand corner. Now using my one hole punch, I am just punching out the tickets, and this allows me to get that punched feeling, and I just made a mistake there. Thankfully they're layering over the top, and that's not too much of an issue in the whole scheme of the layout. So I'm just going to cut that in half so I have 2 layers, and then I will use it to the top here, and that will be behind my photo. And I really do like the colours of this layer. Pink's not usually a go-to for me, but I do love this paper range, and these kits are just matching my photos perfectly, and I just love that they're coming together so nicely. So I've just trimmed that title, and I will put that in once my layout is totally dry. I just need to let that mixed media dry out a little bit more. It does dry pretty quickly. Normally in the heat it would have been well and truly dried by now, but because we are heading well into our colder months here in Australia, it's taking a little longer. Alright, so here we go again with my adhesive tape that is on a roll. I am using that to adhere this to my layout. I'm going to then put this circle which I have cut out with my dies, and look at this cute little paper clip. It is a paper clip. I used a new die that I got, and I created the paper clip. I love it. I guess that's going to become a staple in the future. I just love the effect it has. It looks like a real paper clip. So I am just going to adhere that in place from the photo and the circle, although I have put that one there in the wrong spot, and I realise that in a moment because it's not to the side like I want it to be. So I just take it off and re-adhere it back into where it needs to be, and that has created that paper clip effect. And I can tell you that's the paper clip with no bulk. Perfect. Going to use that die regularly, I think. And there's my photo of the koala. We were at Sydney Zoo, and my daughter had never had a close-up and personal encounter with a koala before, so I purchased that experience for her, and we had our photos. It was great because there was only the 2 of us in there with the photographer, the keeper, and the koala. So I was able to take lots of photos with her and the koala up close. So it was a very sleepy koala because it was a very, very hot day. It was extremely hot that day we went to the zoo, and she got to have her experience up close and personal. Now that I've put my photos down, I've also put in that photo panel up there that you can see with the koala. That was also a cutout from one of the cutout sheets in the kit. And I've cut out all these circles using my dies, and they've got a faux stitching element to them in the embossing on there. Now that circle there is a bit too big, so I'm going to go and cut out a smaller one from that circle, and that's because they are going to become embellishment points on the layout. And I'm just liking how everything is just fitting into place perfectly, as you can see here. And I'm going to add in my title just across the bottom. Now in my sketch it has a panel underneath, but like I said, everything in a sketch is just a suggestion. You don't have to use it. It's just a guide, and that's how I've done my title for this layout here. I could have put in the panel, but I chose not to. And there's that extra circle that I did punch out and add to the layout. Now, with all of the fussy cutting that I did from the sheet that I kept to the side at the very beginning, I have selected these Australian wildflowers to build up the embellishments, and they are sitting beautifully on those circles and just tying in nicely with the reds at the bottom. Now, waratahs are a beautiful red colour, and they are rich, and they just look beautiful on this layout, dragging the flowers from the bottom to the top, and I'm loving how this is all coming together. So I've just put some gum leaves there, and then I'm going to put in the waratah underneath, and I just love the overall effect. Now, I've got all these tiny little blooms which I contemplated putting onto each of the circles, but then I felt that it was overpowering the layout too much, so I pulled back and didn't include them and left the circles there just by themselves. I do tuck in 3 flowers down here at the title, because I just want to finish off that whole bloom effect across the bottom of the layout. And as you can see, it just looks really, really pretty. And I have popped up this last one here just to add some dimension to that bottom part of the page to tie with the dimension at the top. Now I'm just going to clean up all these extra blooms, because you never know where I'm going to need them on the next layout or two, and so we don't want to lose any of those. Now that this has happened, you can see how each of those parts blend nicely together, but I'm just not happy with the joint here. That horizontal across the middle just looks like it's sitting there, it's just hanging, so I'm just going to finish it off with some faux stitching just to tie it all together. I'm also going to put some faux stitching around the square here, and that's because the circles have that embossed stitching through them, and this is just tying it all in nice and neatly together. The other place that I do add my dark pen to is on the biggest circle here, as you can see, and once again it's just some faux stitching, and that's tying that embossed work together with the overall feel of the layout. Now I love wood grain, and I think that this is tied in beautifully with this rich dark wood grain, complemented by the lighter pink ones in the smaller circles. So to finish off, I've got my Nuvo drops in the brown, and I'm going to set up my visual triangle. So I have the top right hand corner there of the photo. I've gone down here to the bottom center, which means I have to go up to the left somewhere, and I do struggle thinking where that's going to best be, but I realize that it has to go up here near that waratah, just to draw your eye around those photos and to balance it out equally across that layout. And I just love how this came together. So there's some flowers in there. I love the wooden frame around the koala, and it's all just sitting lovely and neat and tidy, and what a layout. It was quite easy to do. It's just circles and squares, and you can copy it. Please have a go. And if you do, head on over to my Facebook page, Kathy Loves to Scrap, and share what you create. I love seeing how a sketch is interpreted by others and put together. It's always a great pleasure to see what other people do with a sketch. So hopefully I've done something here to impress you, and you are going to give me a thumbs up, because you know you like what you saw, and also YouTube really does respond to those thumbs ups, and my content will be pushed out. Look at the rich colors of this paper. It's just divine. You really do need to check it out. It's echoes of the Outback from Uniquely Creative. I will put the links down below, because it really is a beautiful set of papers. So thank you once again for joining me today. There is a full playlist that Ginger has for all the people playing along with the Whole Kit and Caboodle. This is layout number 3 for me. I need to get a hustle on. Happy scrapping, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.